My name is Faith Borkowski, and I am the founder of High Five Literacy and Academic Coaching. I'm here today with Lisa Sparkles, and we are in the Lisa Sparkles Ballroom and Latin Dance Studio. Lisa has been my dance instructor for 7 years, and she is a phenomenal teacher. She and I have spoken a lot about good teaching, and we decided to talk about teaching together for you. And today we're going to begin our Good Teaching is Good Teaching series. We're going to start off with foundation. I feel foundation is the most important part about teaching. Once the foundation is laid and children have the basics, everything else becomes easier to learn. Lisa, tell us what you think about foundation as far as dance goes.
Well, foundation, just like with teaching reading, is the most important thing that you could possibly do for your students. I primarily work with adults, so I'm already dealing with years of how somebody moves their body and how they do things. So making sure that they have a strong structure from day one in how to do a box step, in how to just move around the room. It's sort of like teaching walking before teaching somebody to run, right? You know, people crawl, they walk, they run, and in dancing, a lot of times people want to run right away. They want to be able to just dance like Dancing with the Stars the first minute they walk in the door, and they don't realize that first they're going to feel a little bit spastic as they're doing it. But learning that basic box step and learning how to walk across the floor in a foxtrot, once they have that, then you can talk about swinging and close embrace and all those other things, but those things come later. If people don't have, like you said, those basics, all of a sudden, 3 months from now, they're struggling because they never took the time to learn those basic steps. And a coach told me once, you can't take the elevator to the top floor. You have to go back and you have to take the steps going up. So when you get there,
I love that term.
I know,
That's such
and
a great
you really
term.
feel like you learn what you're doing when you get there. If you take the elevator to the top floor, you always feel like something's missing. And it is because you didn't take the stairs going there.
I have to say, as far as teaching children, children want to read automatically, like adults read. And they can't. They can't possibly begin there. And even their classroom teachers will expect them to just start reading a book many times. And they don't want to start at the beginning. But when you start at the beginning and you teach the right way, everything comes. And I know as far as Lisa teaching me, she started off with the most basics for every dance. And I have to say, I feel confident now as a dancer.
Yeah, and it's amazing because years later now, watching you and your husband dance together, it's amazing what you've accomplished and what you've done. And sometimes people forget the journey they took to get there. They just sort of see where they end up. And as a teacher, you remember the journey they went on. You remember all the times they stumbled and they fell, and then all of a sudden they're at a place where they're just moving beautifully, or in a children's case, I imagine, listening to someone who could barely put 2 words together, listening to them public speak or read out loud. It's so rewarding and amazing, and because you remember where they started.
Absolutely. And Lisa was not my first teacher. I've been to other studios, I've had other dance teachers, and although they might have been very good as far as teaching and even great dancers themselves, they didn't start necessarily at the right place. And I felt that once Lisa started teaching me, I was able to then just take off. So I want to thank you for our first segment of the Good Teaching is Good Teaching series.
Thank you, Faith.